Maggie had not heard a word he had said. She was absorbed in a page at which she had opened. But suddenly she closed the book and gave it back to Philip, shaking her head with a backward movement as if to say avaunt to floating visions. "Do keep it, Maggie," said Philip entreatingly. "It will give you pleasure." "No, thank you," said Maggie, putting it aside with her hand and walking on. "It will make me fall in love with this world again, as I used to be. It will make me long to see and know many things. It will make me long for a full life." "But you will not always be shut up in your present lot. Why should you starve your mind in that way? It is narrow aestheticism. I don't like to see you persisting in it, Maggie. Poetry and art and knowledge are sacred and pure."
And if you wish to receive of the ancient city an impression with which the modern one can no longer furnish you, climb, on the morning of some grand festival beneath the rising sun of Easter or of Pentecost, climb upon some elevated point whence you command the entire capital, and be present at the wakening of the chimes. Behold, at a signal given from heaven, for it is the sun which gives it, all those churches quiver simultaneously. First come scattered strokes, running from one church to another as when musicians give warning that they are about to begin. Then, all at once, behold, for it seems at times as though the ear also possessed a sight of its own, behold, rising from each bell tower something like a column of sound, a cloud of harmony. First, the vibration of each bell mounts straight upwards, pure and, so to speak, isolated from the others, into the splendid morning sky. Then, little by little, as they swell, they melt together, mingle, are lost in each other, and amalgamate in a magnificent concert. It is no longer anything but a mass of sonorous vibrations incessantly sent forth from the numerous belfries, floats, undulates, bounds, and whirls over the city, and prolongs far beyond the horizon the deafening circle of its oscillations. Nevertheless, this sea of harmony is not a chaos. Great and profound as it is, it has not lost its transparency. You behold the windings of each group of notes which escapes from the belfries.
"Like a work of art," she repeated, looking from her canvas to the drawing-room steps and back again. She must rest for a moment. And resting, looking from one to the other vaguely, the old question which traversed the sky of the soul perpetually, the vast, the general question which was apt to particularize itself at such moments as these, when she released faculties that had been on the strain, stood over her, paused over her, darkened over her. What is the meaning of life? That was all. A simple question, one that tended to close in on one with years. The great revelation had never come. The great revelation perhaps never did come. Instead, there were little daily miracles, illuminations, matches struck unexpectedly in the dark. Here was one.
"It is too late." Ah, nothing is too late, till the tired heart shall cease to palpitate. Cato learned Greek at 80. Sophocles wrote his grand Oedipus, and Simonides bore off the prize of verse from his compeers when each had numbered more than 80 years. And Theophrastus at 80 had but begun his characters of men. Chaucer at Woodstock with the nightingales, at 60 wrote the Canterbury Tales. Goethe at Weimar, toiling to the last, completed Faust when 80 years were past. These are indeed exceptions, but they show how far the Gulf Stream of our youth may flow into the Arctic regions of our lives, where little else than life itself survives.
Through art alone are we able to emerge from ourselves, to know what another person sees of a universe which is not the same as our own, and of which, without art, the landscapes would remain as unknown to us as those that may exist in the moon. Thanks to art, instead of seeing one world only, our own, we see that world multiply itself, and we have at our disposal as many worlds as there are original artists. Worlds more different, one from the other, than those which revolve in infinite space. Worlds which, centuries after the extinction of the fire from which their light first emanated, whether it's called Rembrandt or Vermeer, send us still, each one its special radiance.